Hello whiskey lovers and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. And today, Benrinnes. Ben who? Benrinnes. Never heard of Benrinnes? Well, many people haven't, and it's not that uncommon because Benrinnes is a Speyside distillery that was founded in 1826, but it's a bit of an unknown because 95% of what Benrinnes produces actually goes into blends. Johnny Walker, J&B, that sort of thing, Crawford's for example, they all have Benrinnes at the heart of the blend. So Benrinnes, founded in 1826, is not very well known. Besides, it was completely washed away in those Speyside floods, the great Speyside floods from 1829. They had to rebuild the distillery completely and in 1835 it was able to start producing again. The Benrinnes distillery thus is a little bit of an noble unknown from the Diageo group, but what we have here is an independent bottling by a Belgian bottler by the name of Jan Vissers. Jan Vissers is the owner of the whiskey shop in Zammel. Zammel of all places in Limburg, Belgium, near Geel, whatever. What they have done is, Jan has a bit of a soft spot for Italian race cars, which is quite obvious if you look at the label of this new independent release. And this one, for example, is already the fifth in the Italian car series. You may remember that I talked to you about a Glenlivet 11 years old last summer. That was also in the Italian car series by Jan Vissers. Now, he went back to Speyside and in the warehouses of Signatori, you know, the company owned by Andrew Symington, who also owns the Edradour distillery, for example. Well, in Pitlochry, you have this huge warehouse. Jan was over there and selected this single hogshead of Benrinnes. It is a 23 years old, so this Benrinnes was distilled. I have the 17th of October, 1995, and it was bottled very recently on the 27th of February of 2019, making this a 23 years old. It is bottled at cask strength of 49.6% ABV, and I have to tell you, I've tried it before. It is a belter. So let's give this one a go with a beautiful golden color, a golden sheen, clinks to the glass, on the nose. It's fairly sweet with a lot of fruit, just a tad of oak. I get some apple skins, some vanilla and fresh peaches. Also some mandarin, but it's got this edge of penciled shavings. And I get a truckload of honey with a hint of light brown sugar. You know the one you put on pancakes. This is quite creamy, waxy, fruity, full, aromatic. I love it already. So it's a textbook Benrinnes, a textbook good Benrinnes. Let me put it that way. This is what a good Benrinnes should smell like. Right on the palate then. Perfect drinking strength. Waxy, peppery. It becomes becomes a bit feisty, but that immediately settles down again to offer you that full fruity side of this Benrinnes. I get some white and some yellow fruit. I get quite some licorice and camphor actually, but the fruitiness is truly lovely. This is really, the cask did a great job here in my opinion. This is truly a wonderfully fruity, with a malt with a bit of a peppery kick to it. But the strength is just perfect. This is eminently quaffable. On the finish then. It's medium long and just long enough for you to run back to your cabinet and pour yourself a second dram, because this is one of those eminently quaffable malts. This is one of those malts that if you put it on the table with friends while you're sitting on the terrace with friends playing cards in the summer, this will go down very easily, and without thinking about it you will empty your bottle. I'm told by Jan that there are still a few left, and this 23 years old Benrinnes will set you back 139 euros, which in my opinion is bang for your buck, because this is a single cask of a 23 years old, very fruity, lovely Benrinnes. Oh, and lest I forget, like I said, Jan has this soft spot for Italian race cars, right? Well, this one, the one that you see here, is actually a Ferrari 156. It's called the Sharknose. And Willy Meiresse, a Belgian driver, he actually finished in first place during the Grand Prix of Naples in 1962. Just putting that out there, it was a Belgian who won the race in 1962 in this beautiful car. If there was a Grand Prix for Benrinnes, this one would actually be on the podium, I'm sure. And that's all for this Whisky Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.